Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more, Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. I found a scenario in the popular tab that looks promising. It's called the Z Agent Incident. A promising genetic formula it was to be. The Z Agent was meant to turn ordinary soldiers into enhanced combat weapons of heightened strength and speed. The shipment of the first batch of Z Agent was on its way to the first military base for testing in the field, but an unexpected early volcanic eruption caused the aircraft to come down, crash landing. How incredibly convenient for the plot. The Z Agent somehow mutated with the volcanic ash, and whatever else was ejected from under the surface. Measures to combat this kind of situation were never created for, as such a thing was considered unlikely to happen. No friggin' kidding, this sounds like the perfect storm. Now it's coming into contact with humanity in its mutated state, and it's going to destroy everything. It appears that zombies might appear on their own given time if you don't activate the option first, but it's not really a bad thing now, is it? No idea what you mean by that, but it sounds like this is going to be a necrovirus, which I am always happy to play. Metabolic Jump, Darwinist, Aquatic, Streamophile, and Dopamine Inhibitor. Normal difficulty Z Agent. Alright. Is this like World War Z or something? Wait, is this a reference? It might be. As a mutated variant of the Z Agent, it will begin to enhance people as it was designed to. However, due to mutation with the volcanic ash, these enhancements now destroy the infected's higher brain functions, reducing them to strong zombies. Zombie strong. Select a country to begin the plague. Alright, Saudi Arabia it is. I know. It's a very boring place to start, but it's just so darn effective. How can you say no? Transmissions. Zoonotic shift. Okay, increasing future research speed. Blood and saliva. Pretty standard there. Symptoms. Cytopathic reanimation, okay. Z-Agent mutates from its original programming, enhancing infected further but destroying their high-functioning sections, becoming nothing but zombies. You know, I don't think I've ever played a zombie scenario, a necrovirus scenario, that starts with cytopathic reanimation. That's really unusual, but okay, I don't have to go hunting for it. Enhanced aggression. Mutated Z-Agent causes irrational hatred and violence, especially towards armed or hostile persons. So if we want to make the most out of cytopathic reanimation, I do want to have some level of lethality and severity, so we may want to pick this up first, believe it or not. Abilities, we have our standard heat, cold. I almost said hold and Keats, like twice. Resistances and drug resistance. Then we have basic weapons. Z-Agents infected have an urge to use sharp basic tools as weapons and attack the uninfected, very lethal and severe. Alright, that's great. Let's go for the enhanced aggression. We'll get a little bit of extra infectivity, severity, and a little bit of lethality. Try to ramp up some kills so we can go to that cytopathic reanimation. Let's go for saliva. I may end up wanting to go for zoonotic shift. Yeah, it increases the research speed, but gives me a lot of other options. For infectivity, also mutation chance, often not that bad for a necrovirus, especially since they can't exactly cure you once you started reanimating the dead. So in this case, this actually could be very strong. For now, though, let's go for the saliva level 2. Just ramping up a bunch of basic infectivity. I want to get around the world a little bit before we start reanimating the dead. Let's go for water 1. Okay. Not that Saudi Arabia is humid and has a lot of water, but, I mean, gotta do something, right? Let's see. Gastrointestinal expansion. So I think literally all of this is the generic start for a necrovirus. Generic transmission. So no real customization here as far as I can tell. Let's go for water 2 since it is the most infective. And then we may want to go for that zoonotic shift. Go for some mutation chance. Kind of force our hand or something, you know? Get the dead rising whether I like it or not, dang it. Rodents, good in the urban and more mutation chance. Birds, good for land transmission and mutation chance. All of that seems pretty promising, I would say. Festival of Love in India. You know, I've always wondered, could you get zoonotic shift and then pick up bird 1 and then rodent 1 and then devolve zoonotic shift and you slow back down the cure research speed and then you've still got access to the rest of the animals? You know, I've never tried that before, and I've played Plague Inc. for literally a couple hundred hours or so. I don't know, how many videos have I done on this at this point? We got to be approaching, like, 250? 270? I don't know, it's a lot. Hey, they detected me. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Probably raise the dead. For abilities, let's go for basic tools with some lethality, also a bit of cold resistance and drug resistance. We're just going to try to spread around a little bit as much as we can, especially if we can get into some of these islands. But at this point, honestly, I think the fastest thing to do probably will be to go for the cytopathic reanimation. Let's go for birds, though, just for a little bit of extra mutation chance. Wow! Alright, looks like we did mutate it whether I like it or not, and we've reanimated the dead. Perfect. All right, we got a few thousand zombies across the world. Bird 2, partial genetic activation triggers random bird attacks on the humans, increasing infectivity and land transmission. Rodents, urban regions, mutation chance, blood. Let's go for some blood and for some rodents. We do have urogenital expansion, very infectious with urine. More blood, some air. Honestly, I don't know how much else we need, though. Let's go for the enhanced motor control. We're trying to increase severity as much as we can. So to that extent, going for something like Birds 2 or Rodent 2 is not such a bad idea. The more severe we are, the more effective the zombies. We do need to go for Horde Instinct, absolutely. I don't think I necessarily want to go for Travel Speed. We'll hold off and grab Horde Vocalization once I can grab a few more points. Autolytic Decay, slowing decomposition. You know, that's not such a bad thing. Honestly, though, we seem to be spreading just fine right now, so let's go for the Vocalization and the Pheromones. I don't usually go for regenerative activation. I don't often need it. We will go for Peptide Surge. Pretty severe, enhanced strength increasing severity by making the fat turn into muscles. Dermal calcification, harder bones. Endocrine system causes parts of the skin to harden and calcify. A nice little combat advantage. Love those. Cranial elephantitis, another combat advantage. Acidic reflux, severity and combat advantage. Seems perfect to me. Anabolic boost, and that's a lot. Surges of testosterone significantly increase the muscle mass and weight of some zombies. They're a big, chunky boy, increasing a lot of severity and blah, 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 blah. All right, so the zombies are doing a pretty good job so far. We're going to go ahead and send a whole bunch more zombies into Canada because America freaking should own Canada. Then we're going to go down from Mexico into Central America. Let's see, we've got all these guys. Let's make sure we get into Morocco. Let's get into Sweden a little earlier. Everything else looks okay. China to the Philippines. Just want to make sure we get into all the countries so that ZCOM doesn't have a chance to really entrench themselves. Get into Greece. Most of these guys were pretty easy to infect in the first place, but again, I'm just kind of speeding the process up a little bit. Let's see. It's also like only 1 DNA. It's like super freaking cheap. Wait, we already have some zombies in Iceland, just not very many. Oh, well, I didn't need to send those guys, but whatever. Masticatory tension. If I recall correctly, that one's usually pretty good, right? Yeah, okay. Masticatory muscles become engorged, allowing zombies to bite through thick clothing. Severity has been increased. All right. Nausea mortis, increasing severity and zombie combat effectiveness. Muscle growth around the submandibular duct lets zombies projectile spit at the prey. They're like llamas. Autophasis. Explosive mix of hydrogen sulfide and methane collects inside the zombie. Significantly increases severity and zombie combat advantage. All right, seems good. Between all of this, wherever ZCOM shows up, we're gonna frickin' obliterate them. Canada, go to Greenland. All right, are we missing anything besides Greenland? No, every country's gonna be affected. ZCOM agent turning people into zombies? You don't say! I mean, 2.75 billion people have already turned into zombies, but they're only just now catching on. Guys, I think they might be onto us. Oh, that's funny. All right. Cranial elephantitis and bone dysplasia. Increased bone density provides enhanced protection against trauma. Gives zombies a significant combat advantage. Alrighty. Well, we're going to go for structured travel, and we're going to slow down the decomposition rate with autolytic decay. Just so the zombies stick around a little bit longer so that we can kill ZCOM. There they are. They're in the Balkan states. Finally, my nemesis. They have revealed themselves. Balkan states, huh? Okay, we're going to go from Central Europe. We're going to have the Turks invade the Greeks. I think they're going to like that. Italy, you can also get involved in the Balkans. Powder keg of Europe and all that. Everybody's going to invade the Balkans. It is World War Z. What do you know? I just infected them with several million zombies. Do I need to be clicking all these buttons and pausing? No, but I have to do it. 21 zombies in the Balkan states, just like that, with a lot of severity and combat advantage to back them up. We're going to be just fine. Let's go for some more autolytic decay. Drifting fermentation for ocean travel doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's go for the birds and the rodents. We're going to unleash zombified critters. I mean, pigeons are basically the rats of the sky, and then rats are literally the rats of the ground. So, oh good, the Balkan states have been destroyed. So that didn't take long at all. ZCOM pretty much immediately died. What's left? Kazakhstan's infected. Norway, Finland, and Ukraine, huh? Okay, well, let's get into Ukraine. Russia can invade both of those, actually. And that was the last one? Norway. Okay. Denmark. Assert your dominance over Norway once again. Goody. Tank symptom combo. Anabolic boost and bone dysplasia causes some zombies to develop enormous strength and body mass, increasing their severity even further. Cool. Is the world infected yet? There it is. Z-Agent and its zombies have consumed humanity. There is nothing left. So the problem with this scenario is that it's actually just the basic Necroa virus, but you skip a lot of the lead up to cytopathic reanimation, so it's faster and therefore less challenging. Hence why I was able to get 86,434 points and win the scenario within 292 days. Yeah, Yeah, I feel like that's the only meaningful change, right? I mean, a couple things got rearranged, sure. Abilities got rearranged a little bit, sure. But it really comes down to just the symptoms. You have one extra symptom at the beginning where people get furious. And then, yeah, you just skip, like, what is it, polyphagia? And a couple of other such things. Cannibalism, you skip a couple of those routes. The insomnia and the cannibalism route. Going up to cytopathic reanimation, so you just go faster, and that's it. Not the best way to do a scenario, in my opinion. I like, by the way, there's negative 93 million people healthy left in the world by the end of this. So to that extent, even though it is a 5-star scenario, I have to say no, because ultimately it doesn't really have any creativity to it at all. I mean, other scenarios, like, yeah, they're unbalanced, and yeah, there's not a whole lot of, basically it's just straight up unbalanced and doesn't have a whole lot of content, but at least there's an effort to make it really customized. In this case, it's just the generic cutting out a few steps, and I don't really appreciate that. I guess I could just say that this one's kind of neutral. I'm not really opposed to the scenario. I don't really want to downvote it. I'm probably going to go into Steam and just undownvote it in a little bit. But, yeah, I think more unique content would really behoove this scenario and make it exciting and unique. That would be better. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.